happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become. So that's our major subject for tonight, personal development. Of all the assignments Mr. Schoaf gave me at age 25, this was probably the most difficult. In fact, I'm still working on this one. I think it's an unending challenge to see what you can become. The next subject is called basic laws. It's good to study the basics. I call these basics primarily because they come from the Bible. Now, I'm not a theologian or a minister, and that'll be apparent. But Mr. Schoaf taught me that the Bible was a good textbook for ideas and stories and success equations, how to live the better life. I found out that was true. He also taught me that the Bible is as practical as it is spiritual, and I found out that's true. Your bank account and your income and you're not happy. There are several places in the Bible to check to see what the heck's wrong so you can make the changes. And we're going to cover some of those tonight, called basics. The subject is my favorite, setting goals. Schoaf taught me how to set goals. What a favor that was. One morning at breakfast, shortly after I met him, he said, Jim, let me see your current list of goals, and let's go over them and talk about them. He said, maybe that's the best way I can help you get a better direction started. And I said, I don't have a list. He said, well, is it out in the car or home somewhere? I said, no, sir. I don't have a list anywhere. He said, well, young man, that's where we got to start. He said, I can tell you right now, if you don't have a list of your goals with you, he said, I can guess your bank balance within a few $100s. Which he did. And that got my attention. I said, you mean my bank balance would change if I had a list of goals? He said, drastically.
Of course, yes.
That day, I became a willing student how to set goals. And sure enough, learning how to set goals changed my life. And I often wondered why no one had ever taught me how to set goals up until age 25. I went to high school, but if they offered it, I missed it. I went to college for a year, never heard it. I worked for Sears. Really? And to my knowledge, Sears never taught it. Right? How to set goals. So here I am, age 25, married, my family's starting, I've been to college, I'm working, and I still don't know how to set goals. But fortunately, when I was 25, I met the man who taught me how, and it revolutionized my whole life. Economically, socially, personally, it's incredible. So I want to share with you tonight what Mr. Schoaf shared with me, how to set goals. It can be a life changer. Okay. The next subject is the negative part of the seminar. Life is part negative, so we got to talk about the negative. And this subject is called diseases of attitude. Diseases of attitude. There's a lot of things that can wreck your chances to do well. We live in a rather dangerous world, so you got to be not only wise, you got to be careful. Now, attitude diseases are just as bad as physical diseases, right? High blood pressure, heart trouble. I mean, a lot of things lace your chances to do well. So you've got to be careful. And attitude diseases are deadly. Exactly. I mean, they'll destroy all the good things you start.
Exactly.
Okay. So we'll go through those attitude diseases, how to spot them, how to look for them, what they are, and the cure.
Exactly.
And I'm a pro on these because I've had them all, so I can give you excellent advice on these. Now, the last subject we're going to consider tonight is called the day that turns your life around. The day that turns your life around. And under this subject, we're going to talk about the emotions that can change your life. Human beings are emotional creatures.
Please, if you can hear the sound, let me see you wave your hand. If you can hear the sound, please let me see you wave your hand if you can. Okay, all right. Just want to be sure.
And emotions are powerful for life change. Now, of course, emotions are so powerful they can go either way on you. Emotions can either build or destroy. So you really have to employ emotions properly. We call civilization the intelligent management of human emotions. If you can intelligently apply your emotions in the right direction, no telling what can happen. To turn your life around one day would be sufficient. So we'll talk about those. Okay. Now, that's a lot to cover in one evening. But we'll keep at it here and see if we can't get it all done. I'd like to have you now jot down the theme of the seminar. Every seminar should have a theme, I guess. We've got one. It's on some of our literature if you happen to notice it, but if you didn't, for your notes, here it is. The theme of the seminar goes like this. The major key to your better future is you.
The major key to a better future is you.
That's the theme of our seminar tonight. The major key to your better future is you. And I'd like to have you underline two words just to give it some added punch. Underline the word major and the word you.
You. You major.
So that it reads, the major key to your better future is you.
You. The major key.
Now, my first suggestion is transfer this to a card or something where you can put it up where you can see it every day. Preferably put it up where you can see it at the beginning of the day. Before you go off to put the day together, this is a good phrase just to glance at, to keep in mind as you're putting the day together. It's called the silent seminar. If you'll just let this talk to you during the day, I found it to be tremendously helpful. The major key to your better future is you. For a big share of my life now, I didn't have this one quite figured out, among a lot of things I didn't have quite figured out. Many things used to puzzle me back in those early days. I used to wonder why two people could work for the same company, one make twice as much money. Now, see, that used to puzzle me. And maybe they were the same age, graduated from the same school, live in the same community, work for the same company, with the same products and the same services. They've got the same traffic, the same problems, and one makes $1,000 a month, the other one makes $2,000 a month. Now that was my puzzling question. Why would this long list be the same and the money twice as much? I asked, what's the difference between $1,000 a month and $2,000 a month? And I don't mean $1,000 a month, right? I could figure that out. But what makes the difference? Why would one person do twice as well, 3 times as well? Speaking economically, now I know there's more than one way to do well. I understand that. But in this little narrow area called compensation, what's the difference? Well, back then, with my faulty thinking, I'm trying to reason it out. I thought, well, maybe time makes some of the difference, right? Some people do better because they have more time. I used to say, Harold ought to be able to do well. He's got a lot of time. If I had all of Harold's time, I could do well. Now, that's got to be done, right? Number one, you can't get somebody else's time. He says to me one time, he says, you know, if I had some extra time, I could make some extra money. I said, then forget it. There isn't any extra time. When the clock strikes 12 midnight, that about wraps it up, right? I mean, you can look around the gongs there for a little more, but it's over. You say to the guy, what are you doing? He said, looking for extra time. See, they'll come and take you away, right? There isn't any more time. Now, if you can't get more time, which you can't, what could you get more of that would make a difference in economic results? And here's the key word. You. Make it a part of your notes. We're going to consider it tonight. The word is value.
Value. You can become what you can are.
And I have a little phrase for your notes. Value makes the difference in results. Value makes the difference. You can't get more time, but you can create more value. Now, here's the first lesson of economics. Everybody should learn it from the time they're old enough to understand what a dollar means, how to earn one, how to get one, how to keep one, what to do with it. First lesson of economics. We primarily get paid for value. That's lesson 1. Bringing value to the marketplace, that's how you get paid. You don't get paid for the time. I know it takes time to bring value to the marketplace, but you get paid for the value, not the time.
Exactly.
Now, since that's true, here's one of the key questions of the evening. Is it possible to become twice as valuable at the marketplace and make twice as much money in the same time? Could you become 3 times as valuable? Make 3 times as much money in the same time?
Exactly.
Is that possible?
Very possible.
The answer is yes, if. And it's always if, right? Life is known as the big if. Harry Truman once said, life is iffy. How true. And here's the big if we're going to consider it tonight. It's possible to do much better at the marketplace if you go to work primarily on yourself. And that's the theme of our seminar tonight. Learning to work primarily on yourself. People have asked me for the last 24 years, how do you develop an above average income? And the answer is, become an above average person.
Simple.
Develop an above average handshake. Some people want to be successful. They don't even work on their handshake. As easy as that would be to start on. They let it slide. They don't understand. Develop an above average smile. Develop an above average excitement. Develop an above average interest in other people. Develop an above average intensity to win. See, that'll change everything. Probably one of the most frustrating experiences in life is looking for an above average job with above average pay without becoming an above average person. It's called frustration. And Mr. Schoaf gave me probably the greatest clue he gave me when I first met him. He said, Jim, if you want to be wealthy and happy the rest of your life, just learn this lesson well. He said, learn to work harder on yourself than you do
on your job. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job.
Then Mr. Schoaf gave me probably one of the most important clues among so many things he taught me, but this was in those early days. Mr. Schoaf was very kind, but he was also very abrupt. And he had these interesting questions to ask. I'm giving him a little rundown one day on how things hadn't worked out for me. He said, Mr. Rhon, I've got the answer for you if you will listen carefully. And listen carefully I did that day and for the next 5 years. If somebody's wealthy and happy, you gotta listen. He said, Jim, I've only known you a short time. But he said, it's already my honest opinion that for things to change for you, you've got to change.
For things to change for you, you have to change.
That wasn't quite the answer I was looking for. But that's the answer he gave me, and I pass it along to you on this warm summer evening in Anaheim, California, 1981. For things to change for you, you've got to change. Otherwise, it isn't going to change. Before I met Mr. Schoaf, I used to say, I sure hope things will change. Right? That seemed to be my only hope. If it isn't going to change, I'm in serious trouble. And then I discovered it isn't going to change, so I'm in serious trouble. See, I can tell you what the 80s are going to be like. You have dropped into the right place. I did a seminar one time for Standard Oil executives and management in Honolulu. And we're having a conference one day on this big conference table. And one of them said to me, Mr. Rhon, you know some fairly important people halfway around the world. What do you think the 80s are going to be like? I said, gentlemen, I do know the right people. I can't tell you. So they all listened very carefully. And I said, gentlemen, based on my wide experience, I can really honestly say to you, in my opinion, in the 80s, it's going to be about like it's always been.
It's always be the same.
I'm glad you came. That's inside. I don't pass that around just everywhere. Now, of course, I said that to make a point, but I also said it because it's accurate. It's going to be about like it's always been.
Exactly.
It isn't going to change.
Nothing will change.
The tide comes in, and then what? It goes out. For 6,500 years that we know of, recorded history, and probably long before that. So it is not going to change. It gets light, and then what? It turns dark. 6,500 years. See, it's not likely to change. We're not to be startled by that. The sun goes down, the guy says, what's happened? What's happened? It means he hasn't been here long, I guess, right? It always goes down about this time. The guy says, well, I don't like that arrangement. Well, you got to talk to somebody besides me, right? It gets light, then it turns dark. In rotation, the next season after fall is what? Winter. Pray tell, how often does winter follow fall? Every year regularly for the last 6,500 that we know of. See, it is not going to change. Now, some winters are long, and some are short, and some are hard, and some are easy, but they always come right after falls. It isn't going to change. Sometimes you can figure it out. Sometimes there's no way to figure it out. Sometimes it goes well. Sometimes it gets in a knot. Sometimes it sails along. Sometimes it gets in reverse. See, that's not going to change. The last 6,000 years reads like this: opportunity mixed with difficulty. That's how it reads. It isn't going to change. The man says, well, if it isn't going to change, how will my life ever change? Answer, when you change.
Simple.
Whether I'm talking to high school kids or business executives, my message is always the same. And it goes like this: the only way it gets better for you is when you get better.
The only way it gets better for you is when you get better.
4 major lessons in life to learn. Here's 4 majors. It's good to study the majors. In our weekend seminar, we teach some people don't do well because they major in minor things. You've got to be on the lookout. At the end of every weekend of every month, you've got to check, make sure you're not spending major time on minor things. As we go through that whole series. Majors and minors. Now, let me give you 2 phrases before we get to the 4 majors. This will set it up and you'll see where I'm going. 2 key phrases for your notes. Here's the first one. Life and business is like the changing seasons. That's the first phrase. Life and business is like the changing seasons.
Exactly.
One of the best ways to describe life, it's like the seasons. Frank Sinatra sings, life is like the seasons. Now here's the second phrase. Very important. You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself. You can't change the seasons, but you can
change yourself.
And see, that's how life gets better for you, not by chance, but by change. Now, here's the 4 major lessons in life to learn. I've got my first book finished. It came out a couple of weeks ago. This is in it, the 4 major lessons in life to learn. Here they are. Number 1, learn how to handle the winters. That's lesson 1. They come right after falls with regularity. Some are long and some are short and some are hard and some are easy, but they keep coming. You must learn to handle the nights. They come right after days. You must learn to handle difficulty. It comes right after opportunity. You must learn to handle recessions. They always follow progressions. For the last 6,000. See, it isn't going to change. The lesson you must learn is how to handle it. And there's all kinds of winters, right? The winter when you can't figure it out. The winter when it all goes smash. The winter when it turns belly up. The winter when it won't work, when you've run out of money and you've got a broken heart. See, those are winter times. There's all kinds. Economic winters, social winters, personal winters. When your heart is smashed in 1,000 pieces and the nights are unusually long, your prayers seem to go no higher than your head. It's wintertime. Barbara Streisand sings, it used to be so natural to talk about forever, but used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor till we sweep them away. You don't sing me love songs, and you don't say you need me, and you don't bring me flowers anymore. Song of winter. But see, the disappointments come. Those are normal. That's part of life. But the question is, how do you handle it?
How do you handle it?
How do you handle the coming winters and the disappointments and the downtimes? Well, you can't get rid of January by tearing it off the calendar. But here's what you can do. You can get stronger, you can get wiser, and you can get
better. Exactly.
The winters won't change, but you can
change. Exactly.
And that's how life changes for you. See, before I understood, when it was winter, I used to wish it was summer. I didn't understand. When it was hard, I used to wish it was easy. I didn't know. And then Mr. Shope gave me a part of his very unique philosophy when he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better.
Wish you're better.
See, that triggered my whole life change. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. That's the key.
That's the key.
So that's lesson 1. Learn how to handle the winters. Here's lesson 2. Learn how to take advantage of the spring. That's the second one. Spring is called opportunity.
Opportunities. Take advantage.
And spring follows winter. What a great place for it. If you were going to put it somewhere, that'd be the place to put it, right after winter. And pray tell, how often does spring follow winter? Every year with regularity, 6,000. You can almost count on it. See, opportunity always comes. Days follow nights. Isn't that terrific? Opportunity follows difficulty. But here's what you must learn to do. Underline these 2 words in that key phrase. Take advantage. Underline those 2. You must learn to take advantage of the spring.
Exactly.
See, just because spring rolls around is no sign you're going to look good come fall. You got to do something with it. In fact, you have to get good at one of 2 things in life. Planting in the spring or begging in the fall. Or get somebody to do it for you. See, those are about the only alternatives. Now, here's what else you must do. Take advantage of the springs quickly, because there's only a few. Just a handful of springs have been handed to each of us. They don't come forever. Life is fairly brief. So you got to read every book you can get your hands on what to do with your springs while they're here. And take advantage, they soon run out. Beatles wrote, life is so short. John Lennon, it was extra short. But life is brief. Elton John sings, she lived her life like a candle in the wind. It's brief. So whatever you're going to do with your life, you got to get at it. Don't just let the springs pass. Here's the 3rd major lesson in life to learn. Learn how to protect your crops all summer. You got to take care of what you start. Sure enough, as soon as you've planted your garden in the spring, the busy bugs and the noxious weeds are out to take it. And here's the next bit of truth. They will take it.
Protect what you've started. Exactly.
You prevent it. And that's the 3rd major skill to learn. You've got to learn to prevent the intruder from taking all the good you start. It's one of the challenges. Here's 2 key phrases under number 3. First one, all good will be attacked. On this planet. Maybe not the next one we get to, but on this one, all good will be attacked. Every garden will be invaded. Not to think so is naive. And here's the second phrase. All values must be defended. Political values, social values, community values, family values, marriage values, friendship values, business values. Every garden must be tended all summer. 3rd major lesson. Now here's number 4. 4th major lesson in life to learn. Learn how to reap in the fall without complaint. Learn to reap come harvest time without complaint. Take full responsibility for what happens to you. It's one of the highest forms of human maturity, accepting full responsibility. It's the day you know you've passed from childhood to adulthood. The day you accept full responsibility. And another note, learn to reap in the fall without apology. Without apology if you do well, and without complaint if you don't. That's maturity. I used to have that long list of reasons why I wasn't doing well. To explain. You got to explain, right? Otherwise you're going to look bad. I used to have this funny list called Reasons for Not Looking Good. I used to blame the government. I mean, you can believe that or not. It was at the top of my list. I had a lecture second to none. The government. That was on my list. I used to blame taxes. Look what you got left after they take everything. And they expect you to do well. That was on my list then. Taxes, that one's easy, right? You walk into the supermarket with $20, come out with a little half bag. So I had that on the list. I used to blame the weather. I blamed the traffic. I used to blame my car. I blamed the manufacturers. I used to blame the company. I blamed company policy. I used to blame the training program. I blame my negative relatives. They were always putting me down. I blame my cynical neighbors. They're just selfish, looking out for themselves. Won't loan you money? They were on my list. I used to blame the economy. I blame the community. That's a pretty good list for not doing well, isn't it? I thought it was good. I'll never forget one day, Mr. Schoaf was very kind, but he was also very blunt. And this was no exception. And I'm glad he was blunt. There's a lot of things I'd have missed if he hadn't been blunt. One day, with sort of a curious look on his face, he said, Jim, just out of curiosity, tell me, how come you haven't done well up until now? Excellent question. I thought, well, so I won't look too bad, I'll go through my list. And this list I just gave you, I put that on him. And he was very patient. He let me go through the whole thing, the government, the weather. I went through this whole thing. When I finished, he looked my list over very carefully. He said, Mr. Rhon, big problem with your list. You ain't on it. How brilliant. When I went to work for him a few months later, I learned very quickly to tear up my list, reasons for not doing well, and I threw it away. And I got me a fresh piece of paper. And I put one word on it. Me.
Me. Exactly.
There's a Black Heritage spiritual that says it's not my mother, nor my father, nor my brother, nor my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. See, I used to blame everything outside. And then let me give you a little philosophy that helped turn my life around. For your notes, here it is. It's not what happens that determines the quality or the quantity of your life. It's not what happens. And the reason is because what happens to about everybody. No different. The sun went down on all of us last night. A common event, a happening. And I found out that the same things can happen to two different people. One gets rich and one stays poor. Why is that? It's because it's not what happens, but rather it's what you do that changes everything. So that's a key phrase. It's not what happens, it's what you do. What happens is about the same. You might put that in parentheses here. Same. What people do, that's what's different. Anything can happen, right? Everything can happen. I've heard all the stories. I've been one of the stories. We could all tell stories all night long, right? Happenings. Anything can happen. Have you heard of Murphy's Laws? Anybody here heard of Murphy's Laws? Okay, most of you have. Murph had these laws. One of them was, if anything can go wrong, it will. That's one of Murphy's laws. He was not one of the great positive speakers of the day. But anyway, it's still true though, right? Anything can go wrong, everything can go wrong. For sure. I've fallen out of the sky so many times. Once to the tune of a couple of million. Devastating. Took me a while to survive that one. Now, it wasn't all that much, but it was all I had. I mean, that's when it's much, right? When it's all you got. If you got 3 to go, you got 1 left, you ain't looking that bad. But when it all goes, has anybody been there when it all went? Anybody? Come on, the rest of you liars. We've all been there, right? When it all went. Of course, it used to be a long time ago, right? When you ran out of money, got to 0, you were all through. Heck, now you can whistle right on by 0, right? I mean, they will bury you. That's what they will do. But see, those are the happenings, right? Everything can happen. Anything can happen. But it's not the happenings. It's what you do about it.
It's what you do.
Somebody says, yeah, but you don't understand the disappointments I've had. Come on. Everybody's had their share. Disappointments are not special gifts reserved for the poor. Everybody has them. The difference is what you do about it.
What you do with it.
It's not the weather. I used to blame the weather, and I discovered it rains on the rich. So see, that won't help. 2 men wake up one morning, there's a rainstorm on. One of them looks out his window, sees the rainstorm, and he says, wow, what a storm. With weather like this, they can't expect you to go out and make sales. He stays home. Same morning, the other guy looks out his window, sees the same storm, says, wow, what a storm. But he says, you know what, with weather like this, what a great day to go out and make sales. Most everybody will probably be home, especially the salesman.
Wow.
See, that's the difference in how your life works out. It's not what happens, it's what you do. So here's one of the key questions of the evening. Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Good question. What are you going to do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Now, see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what? It's going to be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are going to be like. Look at the last 5. Because the next 5 are going to be like the last 5 unless you, major key, tomorrow, change it all. Or change a little, or change something, or don't change. It's choice time. You can do whatever you want. But it's nice to know any day you wish you can change your whole life.
Oh, what a great lesson for 35 minutes approximately. Wow. I know the man, many of you maybe may not be able to follow him so closely, but it's always an exciting moment for me. Anytime I spend time with Jim Rhon, I'm telling you, in fact, we call him the professor of personal development. When I was done undergoing trainings under this man's videos and trainings, everything about me changed. Everything about me changed. I'm telling you, everything about me changed. It's about you. It's about transforming your life by transforming yourself. I can't overemphasize on this. If you want a new result in your life and in anything you are doing, the person to look at to is not engineer also. I'm not the one that will make the difference in your business. Trust me. It's not the company that will make the difference in your result. I'm seeing a lot of people that will tell me, engineer, I wish our company has skincare products, skincare like soap, like cream. I wish they have perfumes. No, it's not about the product. It's not about the system. It's you. It's you. Everybody got the same thing. Everybody is in the same situation. Why is it that some persons are succeeding and some aren't succeeding? It's because of their attitude. Because of the attitude. Because we don't have much time, I just want to maybe cap up this training so that we can actually touch few important things about our 90 days challenge by looking at the last things he discussed. He called them the secrets, the 4 secrets. No, I don't think that's the main. I think that's just the title I give to it myself. Who was here from the beginning? Mr. Toby, can you remind me? I know you're always very attentive. What did he call it? The last 4 points he itemized. For me, I call them the 4 secrets of life. No, but that's not what he called it. What did he call it, Mr. Toby?
Good morning, everyone.
Yep.
I couldn't get it that time because my network was kind of fluctuating.
Who wrote it down? Let me know who those people that are attentive. Who wrote it down? Who wrote it down? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Where is our millionaire school notes? I can't believe this. Who wrote it down? Who wrote it down? Okay, Ugo K. Callistus. Can you call it out for me?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Ugo K. Go ahead.
Yes, it's Ugo K. Martin. It's Ugo K. Chinoni. He said
Okay.
the 4 seasons of life.
The 4 what?
Seasons.
Okay, the 4 seasons of life. Is this seasons he called it or secrets of life?
I heard season.
Okay, head seasons. I think for me, I heard secrets. All right, so let's get a look at it. All right, we can actually watch the video over and over again. Listen, all these videos, I want you to always replay them over and over again. He said the first one is you must learn to handle the winter. What is the winter? The winter is the trying time. The winter is what? The trying time. When it's as if, oh, things are not working out the way you plan. When it's as if, oh, things are so dry. When it's as if, oh, nothing is working for me. For us, we call it the disappointment and the challenging phase in our network marketing business. You must learn to handle it. You know why? Because that is where you learn the best of the lessons. Everything is happening almost at the same time with every other person. But what makes the difference in our results? Why is it that we are in the same Nigeria? You are in the same Lagos. And some people are succeeding in recruiting people massively in their numbers. Same Lagos. But you are having difficulty. You are having serious difficulty in making a headway. What makes the difference in the result is you, the individual. It's you. It's you. You must learn to handle your winter. There is always a time. There's always a season. Let me give us an example. Those of you may not know. Trust me, those of you here that just started the business newly, I can tell you, you are actually in your springtime. I will tell you that. I see Mama Princess. Oh, look at the level she's recruiting. I can see Mama Keyinde. Look at the level at which she's recruiting. I can see Ugo Kichinonya. Look at the level and the speed she's recruiting. I can see Mr. Eric. Come on, Madam Meg. Oh, Madam Meg, you had your first recruitment yesterday. Congratulations to Madam Meg. Madam Meg, Temboza. Let's give Madam Meg 3 million, okay? Madam Meg, where are you?
I'm here. Let me unmute myself.
Madam, you are Madam Meg Murayo. No, it's not Madam Meg, it's Madam Murayo. Madam Murayo, yes, it's not Madam Meg, it's Madam Murayo. Madam Murayo.
Woo, yes.
Yes, oh, you had the best recruitment yesterday. Congratulations. Congratulations. Wow. You know why I'm happy? Whenever I see my system, whenever I see the system of RDI produce results, I'm always excited. I'm always excited. Okay? I promised us and I said, anyone that keeps following me bumper to bumper, and I know them, Madam Muraya doesn't miss my meetings at all. At all. So I'm always keen, watching out for those people that are very, very consistent. Every day she's always here. I'm always keen to watch her and say, is there anything wrong with my system? And they are inviting. How do I know? She doesn't just attend my meetings. She keeps inviting people. She invites. Oh my God. I was so happy when the man transferred his money yesterday. And you know, it was an exciting moment for me yesterday night. Congratulations, Madam Morayo, okay?
Thank you.
I want to let you know that this is just the beginning of something beautiful in your business, okay? Wonderful experience.
Amen.
Keep pushing. I'm telling you, keep pushing. Keep doing what you're doing. Working with your leaders, 3 straight years, you will see where you will be in the business, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so that reminds me. All right, now, let's always understand that there is what we call a springtime. That's the second secret. There's always what we call a springtime. What is a springtime? When opportunities are presenting themselves. Let me tell us one of the things that affected me so much in the business early time. I started that I had to bridge up the gap. I wasn't taking advantage of opportunities. Let me give you an example. I will come into a city. Let me use at the level I operated then. I will come into a city and then I will be invited for seminars and people will be coming for the seminars and things. You know, I will share the flyers and people will be coming in and I will just do the seminar just one day and I will disappear from that city. I will go to another one. No, that's very wrong. Some of you get to your churches. Nobody has exploded the business in your church. That's a springtime for you in that place. Learn to take advantage of opportunities because they will not remain there for life. I will share an experience with us. There is a city I went to, the city of Gombe State. And I went to Gombe and I was there and I was talking to my people. Mr. Jeremiah Kubu, you are in Gombe. Wait for me, Mr. Jeremiah. I'm going to be with you in Gombe. Either next week or next 2 weeks, okay? So I kept telling them, see, we are the first to hit Gombe. Take advantage of this opportunity. Take advantage. Many of them didn't listen to me. In less than 1 year, other teams entered and they were going to local government and everything. Learn to take advantage of your springtime. When opportunities are springing up, don't stop, don't delay. Don't say, later we make the phone call. Later, trust me, I have seen people that while they were delaying, a friend of theirs shopped and then activated and sponsored those people that they were planning to reach out to. If there is any rich man, someone that has the means you have in your list, go after them immediately. Every member of your church, some of you are still saying, I'm going to apply, send a letter to my organization. Why are you delaying? That's your springtime. Take advantage. You must learn to attack your springtime with massive action. Kill every form of procrastination and delay. Every delay and procrastination, kill it and take advantage of your springtime. Your springtime is always an opportunity time. Opportunities are springing up every year and now. And you keep saying, I don't have time. When you keep saying, I don't have time, other persons will harvest those people. Other persons will take advantage of it, of those opportunities. Yes. I don't want you to miss out on this. Let me give us another example again. There's a friend of mine, is one of the managers in UBA Bank. And I was living in the same building, in the same flat with the man back in the days. And then I kept saying, one day I will have time. I'm going to go and talk to him. One day I saw this man coming back with about 7 bags. 7 bags. I was like, bros, are you part of M Global? He was like, no. Just a friend of mine just told me about it. One lecturer like that told me about it last week. And I said, oh my God, this is what I've been telling you. I'll come and tell you now. This is what he said, you didn't tell me anything. And even you, I activated my account. I did 7 accounts. I did 3 for myself, 2 for my wife, and 2 for my son. As in that day, the team paid me. And so the guy recruits all the bankers, all his colleagues in the bank. In fact, the last time I spoke with him, he told me he has earned almost 4 million. Do you know what it means? He has gathered more than 300 downlines. As in, can you imagine what I lost? Many a times when you are delaying on one person, you don't know what you are missing. That is the reason why I don't see people as individuals. I see people representing a large organization. How do you tap into an organization? Through one man. Yes. For example, now you want to get to Baba Buhari, the president, and you may not have access to him, but one man can have an access to him directly. Okay? You may not have access to maybe to commissioner of police, or maybe you have a need for something to be done. Just one man. What you need is just a relationship. A relationship. I remember the day I went to Bauchi and I registered one man like that. I never knew the man is close to his pastor. And the man sponsored his pastor. And the pastor said, wow, I know this product. It has been coming from someone has been sending it down to me from Abuja, and I've been buying it, and it's so beautiful. Wow! So, and there is a business around it also. Do you know what happened? We went to the church in Bauchi. In one day, 20 persons registered. Some of them 7 accounts. Some of them 3. They didn't pick form. They paid money. Very large and rich church. I'm telling you. I remember again an experience I had in Ilorin, Kwara State. One particular man, I will not forget him, Mr. Bamidele, very elderly man, 80 years, none of his teeth has fallen out, not even one. And when I saw him, he was like, he said, my son do send me things like this. And all of a sudden he stopped. Let me take yours. He took mine. I didn't know that man is a cabinet in one KBAC, blah, 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 local chief. From there, I ended up having almost about 18 KBAC, 18. Can you imagine that? 18 with their chiefs joining. That's how I have some people in Ilorin, Kwara State. I'm telling you, 18. I didn't know the man is well connected. Very strong man, 18 years, still driving. And when he gets there, he tells them, see, I'm not just here for business. So this thing, as you see it, my son just sent it for me from abroad. It is very, very good. Now, so all the elderly men, I knew again one man like that from Calabar. What am I telling you? Learn to take advantage of your spring. When opportunities shows up, stop delaying, stop procrastinating. Attack into massive action. Why are you delaying getting to across to people in your church? Why are you delaying organizing seminar, empowerment seminar? I've sent out letters, our sample letter. If you don't have access to that sample letter, contact me afterwards, or you can just ask for it on the WhatsApp group. We have sample letters, we have sample letterheaded papers. Hey, come on, use it. Use those letters and apply. In your organization, in your church, apply. And when they give you that permission, play the video for them. Play the video. If you are the kind of people that will love the products, when you are not playing the video of the opportunity, you play also the video of the products. I have a video where I can discuss about the products, because there are some people you will meet, they want to know more about the product. So when you play that of opportunity, you play that of the product to them. And you see how they massively come into the business. Why are you delaying? In your place of work, why are you delaying? You are a member of a women organization, of a men's organization. Why are you delaying? You belong to association of some entrepreneurs. Maybe you're on kind of line of work. Maybe you are a computer scientist, a computer engineer, and there's an association of computer engineers. Why are you delaying presenting the opportunity to them? You belong to one association or one body or the other. Why are you delaying? What is stopping you from taking that opportunity to them? Why are you delaying? Let me tell us this. For every single challenge you think you are facing, every other person is facing it. Every rich man and every poor man, they experience the same sun and they experience the same what? The same rain. How you respond to things happening around you is what matters most. We all go through things in life. Many a times you see me, I come up here and I'm strong for you. Do you think I don't have problems too? Do you think I don't have family challenges? Do you think I don't have personal challenges? Do you think sometimes I don't have financial challenges? Think again. Think twice. You think I don't have my personal challenges? I do have my own share of challenges, but I have to do what? I have to, irrespective of those challenges, act against them. That's what it takes to succeed. A professional is one that does what is needed to be done to become successful, irrespective of the situation on ground. And we all are all professionals. Learn to take advantage of your spring. Never you forget that. Learn to take advantage of your spring. Then the last one, he said, no, the third one is learn to protect your crops in the summer. Learn to protect your crops in the summer. What does it mean? He went forward to say, protect what you have started. Protect your business. Prevent the intruder. And he said that all good will be attacked. All values must be defended. Our business has been a great one. Trust me. People will come with Ponzi schemes to you to distract you. You must learn to protect your mind. You must learn to protect your visions. You must learn to protect your dreams and your goals. Learn to protect what you have started, because there must be intruders. People will intrude you. Intruders will come to take your eyes away from what you are building. That is the summer. Prevent the intruder, because all good will be attacked. All values must be defended. A time is going to come, someone want to test your value. The other day, Emily Togosa, I shared with us the other day, she was like, Engineer Noso, oh my God, Engineer Noni, see, GA, she was just like, sir, do you know that in Lagos, once you say investments, well, if you pay money, she said, do you know there's some people in our company? That's what they are doing. That's what they are doing. And they were packing 100 bags, 100 packages, 500 packages. They be telling people, once you register, you'll be getting 10%. And she just kept talking. I said, listen to me. You must protect your business. All these things you see flying around, they will come and go. The truth will always last. Build your business to last. Don't allow people that are breaking the company policies to what? To affect you. Don't allow them to infect you with a virus that they are carrying. Protect your business. Protect your mind. People will come to talk you away from what you are doing. Protect it. Then the last one is learn to reap without complaints. What does that mean? Take full responsibility of your outcomes. You must learn to take what? Full responsibility. Take full responsibility. If at the end of the next 30 days, if your first 30 days you are not able to reach 10 in our 90 days recruiting challenge, take responsibility. I am the one that didn't perform so well. What should I do to be here to achieve great success? What should I do? Please, I don't know why Mr. Bassi in Kerowem, he has not been inducted into my millionaire school. I wonder what he's doing here. Mr. Bassi, please kindly unmute yourself. Let me know who sponsored you and who brought you here. I can see another name here again. Mr. Bassi.
Who brought me? The person that brought me is Princess Mrs. Akala.
You've not gone through my millionaire school. I'm sorry, sir. You have to be disconnected now.
The person that brought me in is Princess Mrs. Akala.
All right, ma. All right, sir. Thank you so much. But
yes.
It's very important for you to know that in the millionaire school, you must go through the foundation class, and you have not gone through our foundation class. Please meet with her. Yes, she will tell you more about it. You will be added to the foundation class. You don't join the millionaire school until you have gone through the foundation class, okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. I'm actually going to be removing you from the meeting now, all right? Please don't feel bad. I want to have you in the foundation. I want to have you in the millionaire school on Friday. Okay, so I would, you can even chat me up. I will ask Mama Princess to make sure she gives me your full details so that I make sure you go through the foundation class at it should be and then join us on Friday. Is that okay?
It's okay.
God bless you, sir. Please don't feel somehow, okay?
Bye.
God bless you. God bless you, sir. Okay, I can see here Sis Ayo. Sis Ayo, please kindly unmute yourself. Who added you to the millionaire school? Please, all partners, stop adding people to the millionaire school. They are not supposed to be in the millionaire school until they've gone through the foundation class. Please, Sis Ayo, kindly identify yourself before I remove you. Sis Ayo and Sis Peters, kindly unmute yourself. Okay, let me hear from you to avoid being removed from the millionaire school. This is a highly organized class. Hello, Sis Ayo, how are you?
Good morning, sir. This is Liberty. Sorry, I attended another meeting. That's why I have that name. Sorry, I didn't check.
Okay.
It's Liberty.
Okay, Liberty, I know you, Liberty. All right, I can see a Chika Okago. Is it Madam Chika that I know? Is it Mama Chika that I know from last year? Mama Chika, kindly unmute yourself, please. Kindly identify yourself, ma. Machika Okago, please kindly unmute yourself. Are you the one I know? Madam Chika.
Yes, brother. Good morning, everybody.
Wow, Madam Chika, good to have you. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. How is family?
Everybody is fine. Bless God.
You are Chika, Madam Chika, sponsored by Madam Ifeoma last year. Madam Ifi?
Yes.
Wow, Madam Chika. I'm going to be discussing with you after now Okay, you are meant to go through what we call a foundation class. Are you with me?
I do.
Please, I hope you don't mind. Don't worry, I must chat you up after now. In the next 5 minutes, I will chat you up because I'll be ending the meeting now. So I will have you added to our foundation class. You go through the foundation class before joining the Millionaire School. Okay?
It's all right.
God bless you, ma'am. God bless you, ma'am. I'm good. I'm happy to see you again. I'm very happy.
No problem.
Wow.
It's all right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. All right. For those of you that don't know, if you add anybody here, I know all my people. That's what it means to be accountable. I know all of you. If you add anybody here, I'll remove them. I'm sorry. All right. So back to what we are discussing. You must take responsibility of your results. If you don't hit your goals, take responsibility. You are the one that made it happen like that. Listen to this summary. You can have more than you have if you can become more than you are right now. The secret to having a greater future, the secret to having a better life, the secret to having a better result is to have a better you. The year will always remain the same. The same January to December we have. The same 365 and 366 days with God. The same 24 days, 24 hours in a day we all do have. We all do have. But there is only one thing that is a variable. Is you. You are the variable. Why do I say you are the variable? You can decide to be here low. You can decide to be high here. I'm telling you, you can decide to be up here. I want to take responsibility of your outcome. Keep developing yourself. Keep working on yourself. Keep getting better. Don't forget our 90 days recruiting challenge. Ensure that 20 persons get to watch the video or attend our live Zoom meeting. Yesterday was very awesome. Let's keep to time. This time around, 7:45, the Zoom meeting room at 8 p.m. is open. Meeting starts 8 p.m. on the dot. Do not invite your persons at 8 p.m. Tell them the meeting starts by 7:45 p.m. Take note of that. Tell them the meeting starts at 7:45 p.m. Yesterday, we were about 38 in number. And by the time I was ending the meeting, we were about 34. Such an awesome experience. We had about more than 6 persons paying money yesterday. I'm telling you, I got a message from Madam Agnes, from Mama Agnes. That's Mama Kiyinde's success line paid for 3 accounts. Madam Murayo's success invitee paid for 1 account. And then many other persons from different teams paid. We have about 6 accounts yesterday night. Can you imagine that? That can be you. They can be your own prospects. Make sure you invite them here today, 8 p.m. Meeting starts, but make them to connect at 7:45 so that they don't miss out on any part of the presentation. God bless you. Keep the goal here. Keep it in your mind. I'm attracting 10 persons. I'm connecting and I'm sponsoring 10 persons this month. I'm sponsoring 10 persons this month. We have 10 more days to go. I'm sponsoring 10 persons this month. All of you that are Rising Stars, don't forget the Rising Star Mentors. It is mandatory for you to have your home cell meetings every weekend, either on a Friday or on a Saturday or on a Sunday, or maybe even at home during the weekday. But at least once a week, you must hold a home lunch, all right? A home luncheon. That's very, very important. God bless you. Okay, thank you so much, Madam Juliana. Your managerial skills are superb. God is helping us, man. Mama Princess, I'll be sending us the video on products. Yes, I will send it to the WhatsApp group so we can have access to it. God bless you. See you at 7:45 p.m. today. Bye-bye.